image of literature to be found in ordinary culture is tyrannically centered on the author, his person, his life, his tastes, his passions, while criticism still consists for the most part in saying that Baudelaire's work is the failure, Baudelaire the man, Van Gogh's his madness, Tchaikovsky's his vice. The explanation of a work is always sought in the man or woman who produced it, as if it were always, in the end, through the more or less transparent allegory of the fiction, the voice of a single person, the author confiding in us. Good evening. I was Roland Barthes. Pardon me for my voice. I've been sick the past week or so, and I've really just sort of gotten over it in the past day or two, couple of days. Hi, DMT. Hello, Amber. I'm okay. I hope you're well too. KJ. And look, it's Gerald. Anyway, I've been away for a bit. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Apart from that, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on this thing. Guess it's a song. That I've been working on in Ableton. I've been sort of fiddling around with it for a while, to the point where I would say I'm piddling. So I'd like to stop piddling. The way that I record, I don't know if I record the same way. Everybody records however they want. I've been recording since, I was 11 or 12. Got my first 4-track Fostex. I remember that little cassette tape 4-track really, really well. Hey, Amy. No, it's just different lighting, I think, is what you're seeing here, and a wider shot. If you cut in here, did something like this, is this going to work? Well, it's not really, that's too close. You're now seeing sort of the edges and some of the walls here that you normally wouldn't see. Anyway, so I've been recording since I got a Fostex 4-track, cassette 4-track. Sounded awful, like the noise was so high that you really had to have like hot signals, or it was more noise than music. But I would spend a lot of time like bouncing tracks so that I would have, what I'm saying is like I tend to layer stuff a lot and go with the more is more approach, which I'm trying to fight against. But in the the paradigm that we're operating under the last 20 years, number of tracks is not really an issue. So I still start everything the way that I used to start everything. That is to say, in this case, thing I've played before. It's the basic. And you might say, well, that sounds like super simple. And if it were me, I would record that as just like a voice and a guitar. And if you said that, you'd be very right. That would be the correct way to do it. Probably the way that fits it best, right? But that's not the way that I do things. I'll be like, okay, so it's... I'll be like, okay, so we need a guitar. It's going... guitar that's going. All right, and we need a guitar that's doing an inversion up here, or maybe an inversion down here, right? Like. Something fingerpicked down here. And we need, a steel string with a capo on the 6th fret that's doing like... to layer all of that stuff, and then just keep hacking away at it until it becomes this sort of muddled mess. And that's generally what I do, right? Is I will take a bunch of stuff and I will put way too many layers, way too many tracks on it. But what I'm trying to do now is, sort of minus mixing. And I've already done it quite a bit. But I'll play a little bit of it and see like what I'm working through. So you can have an idea of what I'm working with right now. Maybe some of you are engineers. Maybe some of you can hear, oh, hey, there's not enough compression on that, or you're drenching it in reverb. I'm going to mute the vocals for now. But just so you can get an idea of like what I'm talking about when I say I'm, putting too much stuff. Let's see if this is going to play. Is this... I think that's playing through. So that's like 6 guitars. Doesn't sound like 6 guitars. Right? It sounds like a couple, but they're doing little different things. You got to keep the sniffle in the beginning to make it sound authentic, right? I mean, the riff that we're talking about really is where is it? I don't even know where it is. There's so much going on here. Oh, and of course I had to do that, right? Here we go. So it's one guitar. But then I'm like, okay, steel string, we gotta have a nylon. Gotta have the nylon. Gotta have those. And oh, listen. Gotta have that there. In the back. That's how you know it's a chorus. Oh, and the ooze. A lot of ooze. Let's see. Oh, I actually got rid of a lot of the ooze. There were many more ooze before. Now there's just a few. Super buried. Moby Dick, you're saying I should wipe out the AKG 712s. I can barely hear it. I'm not sure what you mean when you say you can barely hear it. What is it that you can barely hear? Hey, Olivia. Moby Dick. I'm bringing you up because your profile picture fits the color scheme. What we're doing here. So you can barely hear what? You can barely hear the strummed guitar. You're not supposed to hear that. I mean, you're supposed to register it, right? But not really hear it as its own thing. If we brought that up. No. It's just like there it is. And kill it, you notice it's gone. When it's on, you don't really notice it's there. And then I realized I was doing like, yeah, Moby Dick, you need to give me complete sentences or something here. I'm not really sure. Work in progress out. You should whip out your headphones. Is that what you're saying here? Oh, this is sweet. Remember, this is I guess I don't know that's what I was going for, but that's nice to hear. That's my love of nylon strings is they really warm up stuff. So if you could see, I'm not going to share my screen here, but like if you could see my DAW right now, it's crazy. Like the number of tracks that I have here that I've disabled. So many. I had totally different guitar parts. Here's a guitar part. I don't know what this is going to sound like. Why are you not letting me? This was me saying, when I had the low part. That's not being, that's wiped out. Here's another part that's wiped out. I don't know what this is either. Let's hear it. And that sounds like it. Yeah, this is too plucky. And it's kind of messy. But it just, jumbles it up. Kate, you really wonder how old are you? I don't make a secret of it. I am 50. I'll be 51 soon. Not happy about it. All right, so I guess the reason I feel like I'm being defensive here. Like I'm just saying it sounds like there's a lot going on here. But I've actually already taken a lot out. I'm really on the fence with this. In context. It only plays a couple of times. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so I actually brought the part I liked of that back here, right here. It's this. That's it. It's just that little part. That's what I kept from that other piece. Comes in right. I think it only happens a couple of times. I still feel like that's too loud. Okay, you liked the first one? Moby Dick, keep that? I will keep it. Saya Kate, how long have I played guitar? I was like 8 or 9, I guess. But I went through a period where I was playing classical guitar, and then I severed tendons in this hand, and I stopped for a while, and then was playing more rock and metal, and because I don't have like super great strength in these fingers. Oh, hey Grace, how are you doing? Oh, I like that. I would much rather be in the music than above the music. And then the vocals, of course. Which are here. Nope, shit. They're here.
If I held up my arms just to dance by your side.
You'll notice that little busy wheedly is between two lines, right? So wheedly.
Just to dance by your.
If it had been at the same time as some singing there, it would have been. I probably would have thought it was too much. Maybe it still is too much, but.
Just to dance by your side. You take me for all I've got, rising up with the tide. Hold my hands and raise them for me. Spin me out then inside. 'Cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I'm looking for a ride. Just trying to keep what I find.
And then I'm not sold on the. I feel like it gets a little busy.
'Cause I'm not drunk.
This. You think the voice needs more reverb? Let's see. It's got a fair amount of reverb, but I'm rarely, if someone says put more reverb on your voice, I'm rarely ever gonna be like, no. The more reverb you can put on it. Let's see.
Hold my hands and
It's got a lot of reverb.
raise them for me.
There, now it's got more.
Spin me out then inside. 'Cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy.
I think, yeah.
Darling, I ain't looking for a ride. Just trying to keep what I find.
Yeah, I think more reverb is better.
You take me for all I've got, rising up with the tide.
It's so hard to stay objective. Like, I've heard this thing now 1,000 times. So I don't know. If someone says more reverb, I'm gonna put more reverb.
You take me for all I've got, rising up with the tide. Hold my hands and raise them for me. Spin me out then inside. 'Cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I ain't looking for a ride.
Yeah, now I'm a little hung up on this guitar. It's hitting that note a lot. it's a little busy.
Just trying to keep what
I just lower the volume, maybe.
rising up with the tide. Hold my hands and raise them.
Oh, am I? I've got running through at least 2 compressors. A multi-band compressor, and then just like a glue compressor, and then the master also has a compressor on it. But they're a little subtle. Like, I don't love tons of compression. Or I tend not to. Like, I tend to get, when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's too compressed. That's certainly, like, I mean, there's a place, right, for tons of compression. I mean, metal, everything is hard line compressed. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of compression on it. Do you think it needs more? If you think it needs more, maybe I'll put some more on it. Anyway, so then there's like this part after that chorus.
Just trying to keep what I found.
And it's just a variation. It's A minor to F. To E sus. Or E sus7.
Our life could be love, death running late. It's so much to give before the ending will.
This is me trying to be clever here.
Life could be love,
When I say late.
death running late.
Oh, you can't really hear it. You can hear it here.
Death running late.
Whoa. It's gone. Oh, yeah, of course I have it soloed. Stupid. Here.
Death running late.
The echo on the word late is a little bit late.
Running late.
Sort of gets lost, obviously, like in the...
Death running late.
It's just barely in that ear.
It's so much to give before the ending will make. Hold my hand.
All right, we skipped over this whole middle part. The little echo or the reverb, almost too much delay on the echo. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of effects on the voice right now. This is how I deal with my insecurities. I put a lot of effects on my voice.
Spin me out then inside. 'Cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I ain't looking for a ride.
If I just...
Just trying to keep what I've
This has less reverb.
my hands and raise them for me. Spin me out then inside. 'Cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I'm looking for a ride.
And sometimes I like it better without the reverb than. Thank you, Grace. That's super kind. I hear you, Moby Dick. I guess I feel like for instance here, right?
Just trying to keep what I find.
Like I don't want that to be compressed or overly compressed. Go back to the reverb that we had there.
Trying to keep what I find.
Maybe that's a little much.
And inside, 'cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling.
How's that?
I'm looking for a ride.
There we go.
Just trying to keep what I find.
Oh man, I actually like in a way I love that.
If I held up my arms, just to get
That's the reverb on the master, so it's adding reverb to everything. So like everything sounds like it's super far away.
If I held up my arms, just to dance by your side.
Oh man, it's just like a soup, a reverb soup.
Rising up with the tide.
We're getting into like slow dive territory. Oh, hey, little Michael Jr. I don't know that I'm a pretend musician, I guess. Wow. DMT, it's funny you say that. It's probably my favorite band when I was younger. Well, Mark Kozilek, everything he did. So, yeah, I would be shocked if this wasn't just like dime store Red House Painters knockoff. Anyway, I enjoyed listening to it with lots of reverb, but let's bring it back to a respectable level. That's too much.
You take me for all I've got, rising up with the tide. Hold my hands and raise them for me.
And then after
Out then inside,
this chorus or whatever, there's
'cause I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling.
there's a part with a.
I'm for a ride.
Hold on, as we get to it, I'll tell you.
Just trying to keep what I.
So here, I guess what I wanted was it to be like David Rawlings. Like, so when David Rawlings is playing with Jillian Welch, right? Like, she's just going, my morphine, right? Whatever, and he's just always going. He never stops moving, right? That's their style. So I guess I was trying to do something like that, but then it ended up feeling more like a solo, almost like a guitar solo, which I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but anyway, so we're talking about the way that people record things, the way that I record guitar solos. I'm talking about when I would do them in metal, is I'll just record a bunch of shit and then cut it up and like piece it together and then make that the solo and then try to play that and then play a bunch of different stuff, cut it up and like go back and just insert pieces together until it's something that sounds, unless something like flows, like in which case great, right? But I don't have inspiration on tap, you know. So it's kind of like a warning for like where this is right now. Is I played a bunch of stuff. In fact, the track is actually called Frankenstein, right? I played a bunch of stuff, and I put, oh, you know what? I would love to, let's do this. Let me get, could you all vote on something with me? Because this is not anything to do with like the solo, but it's been in my head, and I can't for the life of me, I've lost all objectivity on this. So if I could get you to vote, let me do this. Because believe it or not, there's a drum track. It's muted right now. Grace, yeah, I don't remember where I got this mug. I got 4 of them because I like them so much, and they were microwavable. But yeah, I love this mug. So there is a drum track here, that was more Wilco-y, I guess. It's done in Ableton, right? So it's not great. What's my favorite year I lived, and what better is the 20 or 19s? This generation is fucked up, though. Probably my favorite, like empirically speaking, my favorite year was when I was 17. Like that's when I felt the most hope and joy, and like was still looking towards the future, and was excited about growing older. That's probably the last time that happened. Was when I was 17. I think I saw Pink Floyd live when I was 17. Yeah, the Division Bell tour. I think in the span of like 2 years, I saw Pink Floyd live, Metallica live, the Rolling Stones. That wasn't so good. But the Pink Floyd concert, it was the tour that they made Pulse from. And this was in a football stadium, right? And I just remember they had a disco ball on like a crane in the center of a football stadium. And it came down and it like kind of opened up and was spinning. And they shot all these lasers at it so that the whole amphitheater turned into an inverted, what felt like an inverted planetarium with the stars all rotating, right? That feeling, I don't know if you go to planetarium shows or whatever, and you look up and they start shifting the stars. It just feels like you're kind of shifting along with it. They did that to a whole planetarium, to a whole amphitheater, football stadium, sorry. It's amazing. Right, so vote with me if you would. I'm gonna do something here. Oops, gotta switch. Throw up a poll. Don't vote yet. Right? Like, let me hear it first. And I know, like, if you're here, you've been listening to it up to this point with no percussion. And it's a very simple percussion. It's very much like it was going for, I forget the guy's name. He produced Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. I forget his name, but it's very, very simple. Why can I not? I am logged in as me. Why no can make a... I can't make a vote thingy? Engage with my audience. Oh, I can start a Q&A? What? This is new. Oh, testing this. I don't know what that's gonna do. All right. Oh, there's a question list. Okay, I don't have a question list. So, okay. Let me do a poll here. Okay. With percussion or without? Without. And who'll deny it's what the fighting is all about. All right, I'm not gonna put the poll up yet. Okay. And I don't know, I have not turned on these drums in a long time, so I don't know what they're gonna be. But here it is without the drums, right? As you've been hearing it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, just a little bit. Why, dog? Why? Why what? Okay, so that's
If I held up my arms,
no drums. I'm probably gonna regret this because the drums, like I said, I have not done anything with them. Their reverb is probably all over the place, but maybe judge the spirit of the drums and not the way they sound, right? Let's see. Those with drums. Ooh.
if I
Good
held
question.
up my arms,
All right.
just to dance by you.
So that's with the drums. So the poll is going up. Hey, PG, how are you doing? So with, without, who'll deny it's what the fighting's all about. Keep it playing? Okay.
You take me for all
But you see, like, you see how quickly I move away from, like, it was really, literally just originally just like a... super, super simple thing. All right, play a little bit more with the drums.
You take me through all I've got, rising up with the tide. Hold my hands and raise them for me. Spin me out then inside.
Looks like
'Cause I'm not drunk.
looks like people like the drums. I don't disagree. And now we are at the part and so there's no drums there. And this is where the lead would go.
Our life could be love, death running.
Wow. People are liking the drums. I'm shocked, actually. Well, this puts me in an awkward position because I was in a position where I was like really liking the drums at first. And then I was sort of putting my foot down with myself and being like, no, the drums are a crutch. I'm using the drums as a crutch. So I felt pretty strongly about no drums. But I don't want to, if people want drums, people want drums. Okay. I will leave the drums on for now as we go through it and see. The thing is that like the drums have not been on for so long that I don't know if stuff is going to line up, but it's fine. I can always re-record. I've re-recorded this 100 times already. Getting the blueprint is what's important. The recording is easy. So now we're at the lead. So this is, like I said, I took, well, Olivia, did you vote? What's the voting at? Let me go. Let's end the poll. 52% with drums. 31% without, and 15%. So the independent vote may have cost the drums their existence. I'm a little bit curious about this. Jovial Brit. Yeah, no, the drums are not in any fit state. That's what I'm saying. Like, judge the drums based on should there be drums or should there not be drums, not how do these drums sound, right? I thought your question was a joke. I get asked that question all the time. So I'm sick of answering it. He stopped wanting to do stuff. He just stopped. Yeah, I think this is a good idea, little Mike. Let's go through it a little bit without the independent third option. So yeah, Ephemeral Rift just stopped wanting to do stuff. That's stopped answering my emails. Stopped. And I don't really know why. Like, I asked him why and didn't respond. But I think I think it's when I think it's when I started dating Ardre ASMR, and I think when I started doing that, I think is when that happened. And I haven't spoken to him in like 4 years now. The most fun I ever had doing ASMR was doing those things. But whatever. There's your answer, Jovial Brit. I'm kind of curious about how this Q&A thing works. How does this work? Because I can put in one thing, and then I can hit Start Q&A. Okay. So it's just showing up like one. Let me log in as somebody else here. How does this? Oh, so you can ask questions and it will, okay. No. Jovial Brit, like, right, like if you, I swear I've seen you before, but like you're asking that question in good faith. Totally fine answering it. I don't really know a question to ask. I know where to set up here, so I'm gonna end the Q&A for now. Let's get back. Okay, so the lead. Like I said, like, okay, so I wanted it to be Rawlingsy, where I'm just kind of sort of going all over the place, right? Careful with that. And so I put all these pieces together, and this is where it is now. And I guess I don't like how formally leady it's become. Maybe y'all have some ideas on what I could do with this. There are parts that I like, and maybe it just needs to be more ambient and less busy. But like I said, like I wanted to like kind of stick all these ideas in there, and then listen to it for a while, and then see what comes. But I'm gonna stop explaining it and just play it. Stop making excuses for it.
Looking for a ride. Just trying to keep what I find.
Where'd it go? Christ. Grouping in Ableton is a little bit weird.
Just trying to keep what I find.
Okay, so that's it, right? It's this kind of theme. This is the theme. I don't like this. I want to go with something that's just like a little more. I'm trying to fight my metal impulse to to do lots of notes and runs and have it be just more of a, I don't know, just I do like the yeah, I agree, Moby Dick. Like, yeah, there are parts that just kind of, I mean, remember, it is pieced together from a bunch of different pieces. But yeah, like it sounds like what it is. It sounds like a bunch of ideas, a bunch of like little phrases thrown together, stuck together. And that's what it is. There's not like a through line. And it's not, in my opinion, not chill enough, right, for the song. Jolie Britt, you think it comes in too soon. I guess I disagree with that. Like, it's supposed to... One, two, two, three. It's on the one. But maybe, yeah. I mean, it does kind of jump out at you out of nowhere, right? Like, because there's not much space.
Just trying to keep what I found.
Also, that's not, it shouldn't be. It's gotta be like. Or maybe it should echo the vocal line. I usually don't love it when that happens. Let me try muting it and then playing here. Oh, I think the syncing might be off. I don't know how this is going to work. This may not work at all. I don't know how this is going to come out. Let's see. Oh, shit. No. Accidentally hit record.
just
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go from there with it, you know. Let's see. Grace. Oh, you don't like the descending arpeggio? Is it because it's jazzy? You're talking about it's not an arpeggio, it's just a chromatic run, if it is what think you're talking about, which is just the is that what you're talking about? Which I kind of liked because I was like, ooh, that sounds kind of jazzy, but maybe not. You may be right here. It's too crammed together. The guitar is louder than the vocals. Oh, you like the chromatic run. You don't like the arpeggio. Where do I play an arpeggio? Is this the arpeggio? It's kind of an arpeggio. It's arpeggiated, I guess. I don't even remember how to play that part. And yeah, and the volume is definitely probably too loud here.
trying to keep what I found.
RD, I'm trying to figure out what part you're referring to. That part? Oh, good night, PG.
Our life could be love. Death run.
It's weird now. I'm only hearing it with drums.
It's so much to give before the ending will make. Hold my hands and raise
But I do still think
for me.
this is busy.
Me out then inside. I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I ain't looking for a ride. Just trying to keep what I find.
Oh no. And then there's another space for something here. It could just fade out. Oh, okay, RD. Yeah. That's my metal. That's my metal. My metal soul coming out. There's a hammer on and the second part. I think you're right. Oh, Nat, thank you. Yeah, I just want it to be calm. Yeah, I don't want... If there's stuff that's jarring, including drums, then I don't want that to be there. I mean, Yeah, there are different things. Like I like the way. Is this working? Like there. I mean, the drums are supposed to sound fake, and there's a lot more synthy elements, right? The intention for this was for it to be more pure, right? Grace. Oh, because of the delay, I don't know what you're referring to there, Moby Dick. But oh, maybe the thing I just played. Yeah. I like it when something has like a character enough that you can like. I mean, if everything sounds like it works, then what you have like doesn't have any character, right? It's just like a blank slate. So I even like it when I'm like, no, that doesn't fit, because at least there's a shape. Oh, that's sweet. The vibe is heavily lifted from Life is Strange. But I'm trying to do stuff that's more naturalistic. Right? So let me ask, now that we have a little more context, let's do this and make it really simple. Drums? Yes? No. That's it. So not talking about the way the drums sound or what they're playing, but sort of considering the vibe of the song. All right, let me take the drums out because they've been in for a while now. It's weird because now I miss the drums, but I didn't miss the drums before.
If I held up my arms,
Yeah, this is just like a super cheesy set.
you take me for all I...
I forgot I did that. What's with that walking bassline crap, man?
Our life could be love, death running late.
Now I want to raise the volume of that.
So much to give.
Of that late. Let's boost that a little bit. Let's not have any faith in our audience and really drive it home.
Death running late.
See, there it just sounds stupid. Surely there's a middle ground.
Death running late.
It's like annoying. Like it's the late that is like annoying to my OCD when I hear it. Some compressed hi-hats and saturation on the drums. There's some like I have not dived into the drums at all here really. You know, I have some saturation here. I gotta pull back the. I don't know, like to me, like pushing the drums into like even just a similar area to this is too much to me, I think. Some gate.
Me, spin me out then inside. I'm not drunk, just dizzy, darling. I ain't looking for a ride. Just trying to keep what I find.
Oh. Louder. Does it need cowbell? That's my question. Oh, little Michael, that's kind. Oh, that. So I'm gonna need to bring in a new samples. And maybe use battery or something like that. Does seem like drums are the way to go. Just a matter of tweaking it, you know. Of course you know. Of course you know. Just do this with the. The main steel guitar. I'm so bad at naming. Yeah, I think it's definitely a matter of like going back and then just kind of seeing how they feel. I just have so little objectivity left here at this point that I don't know. Like this feels a little heavy to me. Maybe very dry.
This is running.
But yeah, compressed. They gotta be.
Before the ending will make.
Oh man, I've got so many modifiers on this. I didn't realize that. Too much thud. Bring down that low frequency. Well, I'm probably not gonna be able to get. The. I'm gonna need to really sort of put it through like a spectral analyzer and get a good idea of where the different pieces should sit. But again, like I just feel like taking it from this I've got like 3 or 4 others that are in earlier stages of development that I'm not gonna share right now, but I'd like them to fit with each other too, you know? Thank you. That's very kind, Amy. I mean, I've been spending a fair amount of time working on pieces to get my sort of classical chops back, including one that I played to death here. But I don't want to lose sight of, doing writing stuff, right? So this really helped. I appreciate everybody's input, and I feel like it was productive. I mean, I'm going back to drums. Which I didn't think I was going to do. I really didn't. But anyway, have I checked out the state of digital plugins? Of course. Or the slate of digital plugins, yeah. I have some Universal Audio Shark chips. So I have a lot of the UAD stuff. Yeah, I think you're right here, Jovial Brit. Like, yeah, there's a lot of percussion in the way I play. All good things to think about. So yeah, thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a good night. This was fun. I'll do it again, and I'll leave it up. All right, take care.